Etsy, and looks like chat is disabled for the stream. Don't know how that is, but be trying to work on that as I move, as I go along. So this was just kind of like a stream. I thought I'd share some of my ideas for what sort of perks that I was thinking of doing for the book 2 campaign when that gets going. And let's see, more options. Basically, and when that starts is not, I don't actually know yet, because it really just depends. I gotta finish paying for book 1. There's kind of some delays in the invoice. So once that invoice gets to me and I pay that off, then I can really focus on book 2. And also I need to kind of build up for a bit. I need a break, and I need to build up some interest in book 2. So a lot of this is just going to be me sharing some of the ideas because I have some time. Again, like, this isn't something that, oh gosh, how do you, I have no idea how to fix the chat. Oh well, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm just kind of exploring some things. What I did for, I couldn't afford to do perks, like stretch goal perks, and perks beyond like just kind of beefing up the book itself for book 1. And I'm hoping to, obviously it's always nice to make more for book 2 than you do for book 1. I don't want to assume that I'm going to make more with book 2 than book 1. So I'm just trying to figure out different ways to go about it. We raised about $5,500 over the course of the campaign, up to the point where I had to pay the printer. We raised about $1,000 more. We're close to $7,000 now, which is great. But yeah, all that money kind of, it did go into paying the printer and shipping to me and shipping to y'all, and the different things like the spot gloss, which you probably can't see, which isn't much. The the artist that did the interior map. Gosh, that's so blown out. Sorry. Well, if you got it. And come up. Which I intend to do more of a what I learned from Kickstarter, or from crowdfunding soon. But yeah, so just jumping right in. How do I do comments? So anyway, I won't even know if anyone's watching this. So one of the things I was thinking of is metal bookmarks. So these aren't too expensive to produce. This is a mail printer. I think it'd just be kind of nice. It's just you get like a laser etched image, and then you get some sort of die cut design that you come up with. I'm sure you don't have to do this, but yeah, we've got options with that. It's not too expensive to do. I was playing around myself with gold leafing for stickers, for the poster potentially, but I think this is kind of bunk because, as you can probably, I don't know if you can see, but basically there's rippling that happens when you do this approach with anything other than like a professional laminator, which I do not have. So that's kind of on the back burner until I know someone who has a laminator, so maybe I can borrow it from her, but that's a maybe. We do have a poster designed and ready, drawn by someone else and colored by myself. We have 2 variants of this poster, debating how to roll out those 2 variants, maybe one with Kickstarter, one with Indiegogo, because that's another thing I'm thinking about doing, is doing like a kind of 2 campaigns at once, which I'm told from contacting Kickstarter that it's okay to do this so long as there's some unique features to the Kickstarter campaign. So if I do 2 variant posters for book 2, and different colors for each poster, I think that could be fun. I don't want to gyp the people who backed me for Indiegogo, so that's my big hesitancy is thinking about how to give people who backed, which obviously, I mean, far and away the most money that I raised was through Indiegogo, so I don't want to screw anyone over by Pula only, and they don't want to back Kickstarter because for whatever reason, and there's something on Kickstarter that they really want, this particular variant. They don't want the Indiegogo version. That's the only thing that's holding me back. But those are the sort of things I'm thinking about. And yeah, basically, I'm trying to save up ahead of time or have stickers, pretty nice stickers, stickers that can have foil, like chromium foil, see-through parts with white ink on kind of a clear, like projector type film, and then do solid color over the white ink, and then it's really cool, like multi-step processes to do some nice sticker swag. Yeah, again, looking into foil on the posters, perhaps, but in person, because I mean, I wanted to like DIY it, but it looks like that's just not, it's not something that, I mean, it looks good on screen, but it's wrinkled. And then these bookmarks, which I think would be nice, metal bookmarks. The issue is just, will we be able to raise stretch goal funds to pay for these? And the way I was able to get around the fact that I was not able to raise stretch goal funds for the first campaign was I was able to barter with someone and get the postcards made and the bookmarks made for doing art for this person. And that was great. And those weren't really stretch goal perks. Technically, they were rewards for backing at a certain time, coming in early in the campaign. That's a Patreon backer, that sort of deal. And I'm considering, how to go about doing that again. Honestly, I think the best thing, I don't really know if those things, people found them rewarding. I suspect it's kind of nice, but something I think people would like more is if I give them a discount. So that's kind of what we're rolling with right now, is 10% off. If you, instead of getting a unique bookmark / postcard, now I'm just giving a discount if you sign up. And also if you backed book 1. So I'm trying to hopefully the quality of book 1 got everyone interested enough to want to come back for book 2, which I think is even better. And as good as this one is, book 2 is going to be better. But yeah, I just want to reward people just a bit more. So it's going to be, it's a $20 book each time. So it's going to be $18 for those who bought with book 1, and also for people who are on the pre-launch campaign, because I really want to make sure that we have a solid day 1 whenever that happens. and I won't push the button. I mean, honestly, I had like 40 or something when I started the campaign for book one. That's how many people signed up for the pre-launch. And I think that was a little too lean. I think it was a lot too lean. It was, I mean, it's tough to get people to sign on when you're someone like me who's just a very occasional YouTuber and, has a product that no one's seen before. So hopefully now that you've seen book one, you've seen me fulfill something, 1 month late, but yeah, you've seen like what I can deliver, that you'll be cool coming back for the next installment of the 4-part saga, and you'll appreciate the discount, which I think you'll appreciate probably more than the bookmarks and postcards. But having that said, it's still nice to give people something extra. So trying to figure out if maybe these are add-on perks, that sort of thing. Like I can charge. I mean, I have no idea. I haven't even calculated the cost on what a per bookmark could be, but like maybe maybe a few dollars for the stickers as a sticker pack, and you could add that to your purchase. But then then again, it would be nice. I'd hate to do that sort of thing and then have to. I couldn't add that as a add-on perk, or not an add. Let's say it's originally an add-on perk, and then people are adding it in, and then what do I do for a stretch goal? I don't have any stickers, so anyways, tricky. I think a lot of add-ons are, or a lot of stretch goals are not. It's nice to open up your package. And speaking of packages, we'll do one of these right now. It's nice to open up your package and have a lot of stuff fall out. I think people do appreciate that when it's just kind of overflowing with things. But I don't know if anyone. I mean, there's been some campaigns of the past year I've backed, and I get the extra stuff, and it just goes in a drawer, or it sits inside the book. Obviously, I think most people feel that it's really about the book, and that's encouraging. Speaking about books, one person, this is, it's just kind of a sidebar, but it looks like, okay, so first of all, before the campaign, before I actually started shipping things, I had my printer's proof, and I mailed it to myself. So, obviously that just took like a day and a half or something, and it didn't go far, but it worked out great. But I haven't seen what happens when it gets mailed a decent distance. This went to New Jersey and back. Don't know who this was supposed to go to. I'm trying to figure that out, honestly. I won't be doxxed because it's covered. But yeah, waiting on that. But so hopefully I can mail this back. But it's nice to see that something went all the way to New Jersey and back, and it's in very good condition. I'd say the plastic definitely moved around a bit. But the corners seem good. Either way, I think something that I learned, and this is going to be, yeah, I mean, it looks perfect. Something that I learned about these mailers is that I thought these were better than Gemini, and yet cheaper than Gemini. And it's a thicker cardboard, and I think it does the trick. Obviously, I think everyone's gotten theirs without. I haven't had any damage issues, so that's good. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just think it's funny. Apparently, this is actually like, it's like 6 or 8 cents more than Gemini mailers. So everyone loves Gemini mailers, and it's arguable. I mean, it's got the little thing. I've got one right here, actually. It's got the little thing with the, I guess you've got a bit of a distance, I suppose. between what is actually knocking things and then where the book actually is. It's kind of floating inside, you know? So I think people appreciate that. I appreciate it. So why not just get Gemini mailers? It's pretty complicated to, it's not that, it's more complicated than my other one to fold up and requires extra tape. And I'll also have to figure out, my book being significantly shorter. I was doing like a little foam insert that was like 3/4 of an inch, and that was doing the job great. That was actually a perfect fit, but Gemini needs even more, so I'm gonna figure that out. But I'll probably go with Gemini in the future because it'll save even more money, and I don't think anyone has a problem with Gemini. Why do something off-brand and pay more? Yeah. So anyway, so that's the sort of things that are going around in my head. This is kind of a shortish video, but to people, I mean, obviously the money first and foremost is going into the highest quality book I can do. We're going to choose a different factory going forward, but we are going to meet, I don't know, maybe exceed the quality standards that you saw in book one. And I think, that's a bit of a challenge, honestly, because I have no complaints, and I haven't seen anyone complaining about the quality of the physical book, but we're going to make sure that this is as good as it can be for book two. Again, we're going to hit the same mark. And beyond that, I don't know. I mean, they tell you, I just don't want to count chickens before they hatch. So the sort of things that I really want to make, I'll figure things out more. Metallic foil, probably a no-go. And I mean, that might be actually, because that's going to require hiring. There's a particular company out of Oregon that does really awesome stuff out of Eugene, Oregon. And I might want to hire their services. That could be a stretch goal. But I don't know, maybe I split my stickers that I've made. I made about a dozen so far. Maybe I do 6 that you can add for cheap to your order. Because, any dollar helps. So just trying to think of ways to sweeten the deal. Yeah, maybe I do half as a stretch goal and then half as a cheap add-on perk. So that's something I'm thinking about. Waffling back and forth with metal bookmarks. I like bookmarks. We did 2 for the book 2 campaign, book 1 campaign. If I do bookmarks again, though, it'll be either with a Cricut, with a kind of, there's like a multi-layered sort of version I can make that I've been thinking a lot about. That would be excited. If you got the orange bookmark, which was pretty exclusive, you had to back on day 1 and sign up for the pre-launch and or be a Patreon supporter. Only like 20 or something people got that. I don't even have one of those anymore. Yeah, so that's a rarity. That sort of look with the big kind of KYRIE running down the side, and then inside there's a lot of illustrated content. I was thinking of doing something like that, and then having the KYRIE part be actually cut out, which I think would be neat. And kind of, so it's laminated, but it's 2 layers of paper laminated over, so you get kind of a cool effect. That could be, I don't know, there's so many things. Like, I mean, I see people, there's a couple campaigns right now, people are doing posters, people are doing kind of interesting extra stuff, and they're asking people to pay for them. And so I'm just kind of thinking, can I provide something that is optional? If people don't want it, they certainly don't need to buy it. I don't want to put something in someone's, Gemini mailer that they don't want. but maybe I mean I don't know. Like I said, I gotta do the numbers, but maybe this is very affordable, and it's just a matter of maybe it's a few bucks, and you can add in a super nice metal bookmark that you'll no reason to ever throw this away. It's never going to get bent. This is some sort of aluminum alloy, bronze or brass, I guess. They do it in silver, more of a gold, kind of a black metal, and then they have this brass type thing. Thinking about that, maybe these deluxe stickers, because I can print some nice stickers here. I can print stickers and give them away, or I can do the deluxe stuff and have it be a stretch goal and or something that just costs a couple dollars to add to your order. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just trying to think of ways to personalize things for you, so that the campaign isn't too complicated, so that the perks themselves, you're just seeing book 1, book 2. I gotta think about that. See, I don't even know. So I was thinking book 1 and book 2 is a bundle, and you get a discount for getting both of them together. I probably won't offer book 1 by itself. I guess there's no reason for a book 2 campaign to just offer book 1. Thinking, so let's hypothetically, it's book 2, it's the bundle, book 1 and book 2, for cheaper. And again, you're getting a discount if you sign up for the pre-launch. So everything, your physical order is going to be discounted, and then there's the posters. So either 1 or 2 posters, and and then like a super bundle that's going to be the poster parentheses S. Probably just 1 poster for the Indiegogo. Let's say it's 1 poster and then both books together. And you click one of those, and then after you click that and you say, I want this perk, it'll suggest, say you just got book 2, and then you say, I want this perk. The next page it brings you to is, you may also like, across the bottom, and you'll see it's kind of a review of your order, and then you can add on a poster. You can add on book 1. You can add on potentially these deluxe stickers for cheap. You can add on potentially this bookmark for cheap. I'm not trying to grift, I want people to feel like I want people to know that they're getting, equivalent value to what they could get in the store, if not better. But, yeah, like I said in the past, part of the way I'm doing that is really pinching pennies so that I make sure I'm saving you guys money. This is not a big production team. It's just me. I do have an editor, but other than that, yeah, it's just me. I do have a professional print-proof reviewer, but that's something I pay for through the printing process. And yeah, other than that, it's just me and my experience as an illustrator. And that actually makes things cheaper, which is nice. And I'm not trying to do this as my day job. I'm not trying to make a profit, really. It would be nice, but I wouldn't expect to be making a lot of money until we've got all 4 books in front of you, perhaps. It'd be nice. I don't know. Maybe you guys want this book so bad, you'll help me make enough money for book 2, or I'm actually making a bit. But either way, all I want to do is get you a book. That's the dream, is to get you a book. Maybe get you a bookmark too. But it's up to you. So yeah, so comments are disabled. But let me know on Twitter. You probably follow me on Twitter if you're hanging with me. on YouTube. That's at Matt Krotz. That's how you spell my name right there. Message me or comment on this video. I'll probably be sharing it up there. Let me know what you think. As you can tell, like, you know, I'm scheming to try and figure out what do you want to see? I think you want to see maximum 4 perk options. 4. Poster, book 2, bundle book 1, book 2, and then all 3 together. And then on the back, and if you want to figure out, you know, I don't know, maybe I want to catch you on the next page after you pick one of those perks, and then you add in a poster, or maybe you upgrade to the same thing. It will be the same price in the end, whether you are adding in all these things individually or you're just getting the perk with all 3 at once. You know, so there's no scheming in that department. But yeah, I think you want to see a clean, simple 4 perk campaign, and then you click through some extras, which would be nice. And I think people, I think I was able to add to kind of plus the value to book 1's campaign with the bookmarks, and probably to a lesser extent with the postcards, but people did seem to appreciate it. But yeah, again, thinking discount for having gotten book 1 already is going to, I think people appreciate that more. And this is 116 pages, maybe a couple more. I'm thinking of adding a couple more pages of story content for $20, and 10% off is going to be 18. So I think that's the best deal on Indiegogo. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know it. I never saw a book this thick for $20 on Indiegogo last year. So we're just going to do that again. We're going to give you the best value a second time around, and then we're going to do it a third and fourth time too, because this is a 4-part series. And yeah, so I'm just trying some new things. Let me know what you think on Twitter, I guess. And yeah, that's my thoughts. So thanks for hanging with me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ooh. This broadcast is not ending, is it? All right, I guess I'm still with you. There we go. Ending.